I'm Subu, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to make a beautiful baby card, a fun fold. So we're going to start off, I just have the instructions, there we go. We're going to start off with a card base that measures 12 inches by 7.5, and I'm using Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I'm going to remove my cutting blade at this point because I don't want to cut just now. And so on the 12-inch side, we're going to score at 2 3/4. So 2 3/4, and we're going to score. Then at 4 inches, at 4 inches, 5 1/4, and then I'm going to open my trimmer up, and 7 inches. Let's get that in there. 7 inches. Okay, now we're going to turn it onto the 7.5-inch side, and we're going to cut this time. Now, if you can see, we have got a narrow piece, and then a score line, a score line, a score line, and then a bit bigger section and a score line. We want these first two score lines. So if you put the narrow side there at the top, so that was where you scored 2 3/4. So if you face that where you scored 2 3/4, and you put that to the top of your trimmer, and you are going to cut between these two score lines. So it's between the first, you're going to cut through the second and stop at the third score line. So we're going to place that in at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to position that at 1/2 inch to make sure that's absolutely straight. I'm going to bring back in my cutting blade now, and I'm going to line it up so that it's a bit difficult for me to see, my blade, you can see the mark on my blade, it's going to be level with this score line. I'm going to take it from that score line, running it through the second score line and stopping at the third. So you just want to make sure that you stop at that third. Lift up your trimmer, and then you're going to move it along to 1 3/4. So I'm moving it along to 1 3/4. Then I'm going to put my trimming blade in, and again line it up with the first score line, cut down to the third. There we go. And then we're going to move it along to 2 1/4. So I'm going to move it to 2 1/4. And make sure you've got that exact 2 1/4. And then we're going to line it up with that first score line and down to your third one. There we go. Lift up. Then we're going to move it along to 3 1/2. So 3 1/2 at the top. And make sure you've got absolute level. Put it in at that first score line down to your third score line. Okay, lift it up again, and we're going to go to the 4 inch and get that 4 inch, and we're going to go from the first score line down to the third score line. Good. Lift up again, and we're going to put it in at 5 5.25. So that's 5.25, and go from our first score line down to our third score line. And then we want 5.75, and we're going to go from the first score line down to the third score line. Then we're going to go to 7 inches and cut from our first score line down to our third score line. Now, if you're not confident to do what I've done, you could mark these off, and you could just use a ruler and a knife. But I don't do that. I do that. Okay, so you know me, I like to go around my card, just get rid of any burr marks. So I'm just going to flatten all my sides down, and then I'm going to go on the back, and I'm going to flatten down where I've cut. So I'm going to go on each of those and flatten them down where I've just cut. Okay, now I'm just going to bring that template. Now what you want to do is bring all those cut lines to your right hand side, and I'm just gonna get my template. That's it. So we want that one coming up, and you're going to bring this first score line up. So make sure your card is coming up, and then we're going to bring, oh, I'm missing, oh dear, I'm missing a score line. Can't be right. Let's just put my template on. Is it? Have I done that in the wrong place? Possibly done that. Did I do that wrong? Let's just bring this around. I'm just going to turn it around and score it. It should be scored at 4 inches there. So I'm just going to score that at 4 inches. Don't know what's happened with that one. And let me see how I want that to be. So we're going to bring that one, turn it round. That one came up. Those go back. That one. So miss a score line and fold it towards your back end. And then get that right. What we're going to do is we're going to push the small one back, bring the second one forward, push the third one back, and pinch, push the third one forward, push the little one back, push the other one forward, push the other one back, and push the last one forward. And just, if you gently tease it down, and to do this, I'm just going to put there, and I'm just going to crease each of these now like that, and these in the middle, I'm just going to crease these down now. Okay, and I want that one, so that one goes there, and I'm going to bend back now this one, so that when you open it, you've got that going that way and the other two come in this way. Okay, I think I've done that. I want it. Okay, I think, yeah, because it should fit as a zigzag. So if you've got your zigzag going there, look, so that's how it should go. Okay, and then when it stands up, it'll stand up like that. Okay, now this score line, I seem to have scored that in the wrong place, so I'm just going to rub that score line out. Don't know. So let me just tell you, that should have been 8. So I'll give you those score lines that I did at first. So they were 2 3/4. I will write it properly in the descriptions. 2 3/4. Then it was 4. Then it was 5 1/4. Oh, I looked at the wrong thing, and it should have been 8. And I looked at the one below me on my notes. Oh dear, that was very bad. Okay, my notes are right. I did it wrong. Okay, right, so let's put it right now. So just get those going back out. So they should be out. But we're going to decorate anyway, so just doing that. So we want it flat anyway to decorate. Right, so I have got a piece of card. So my card measures 3 3/4 by 7 1/4. So 3 3/4 by 7 1/4. And I'm just making sure I've got it lovely flat, and that's going to go on our first section here, and there should be a nice border going all the way round there. So let's glue that on first. So you want one piece, and it's going to go on the bit facing you like this, because that'll become the front, but it also, when you've got it on display, you will also be able to see it. I've now had COVID for the 3rd time, and I think the brain is suffering. I think I've not fully recovered really, and I caught a virus straight after it. So, okay, I'm going to put that on there with equal increments all around. There we go. That's it. And then I've got a piece of DSP. So my piece of DSP measures 2 3/8. I'll just check that in case but I think I'm right. 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. Yeah, that'll be right. But I'll just double check that. 2 3/8 by 7/8. So I'm gonna do this. So Azure Afternoon, I think the blue that I've got is called. It's one of our brand new colours, and it goes very well with Coastal Cabana and Balmy Blue. It's lovely. Okay, now I've got another piece that I'm going to just go over with my bone folder. Let's get rid of those sticking up edges. Okay. Now this piece measures 2 3/8 by 7 1/8. Now you want 2 of these pieces. And just make sure you've got it level with your piece here. and equal increments all the way. There we go. And then we want a piece of DSP, and that measures 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. Oh, just let me tell you the card again. I will write these down. These will be in the description. So it will be 7 1/4 in length by 3 3/4. If I said that wrong, apologies. Okay, and this piece of DSP measures 2 3/8 by 7 1/8. But as I say, I will write these down in the description. So when it uploads, you will have the proper measurements. So do check that for your measurements, and your scoring will be there as well. So we'll do that properly. Okay, now I've done 8 of my little card pieces, and these measure 1 1/8. Let me double check those, and that's not my DSP. Let me double check. No. Yes, they're 1 1/8. So all these little pieces are 1 1/8. So just gonna go around them. So you want 8 of those pieces. Just making sure that they're all nice and flat. I did mean to do this before starting my video, completely forgot, but I did put a new blade in and didn't make any difference to how it was churning my card up. I don't know whether I've just need a new trimmer altogether. I do give it quite a lot of hammer, but how are we doing? 2, 4, 6, 7. There should be one more hanging about somewhere. Where are you? There we go. Okay. There we go. So we're going to now put these on, each of these bits here. Now you'll notice that these will be a smaller gap between these. So I'm just going to make sure that you put these all with equal increments all the way round. There we go. Just make sure we're all even. And it won't matter which way you pick them up because they're square. They're 1 1/8 on all sides. Okay. Did mean to fill up my glue bottle. All these things you're going to do, and then your mind forgets. So I've had the prep for a while, but not had the opportunity to film. So I just have to take the opportunity when I can. There we go. Almost done. And the last one. Okay, we've done that. And now we've got 1 inch square pieces of DSP. So I'm going to start bringing those in now, and we're just going to match them all on here. There we go, and a nice little increment all the way around. So you need 8 of these 1-inch pieces. There we go. Knocked it all out of the box, so got other things in the box, so I'm having to search through my little bits. There we go. Almost there. That one. Okay, need 2 more. So as you see, quite a lot of prepping it needed, but it will be lovely in the finish. And I just can't find the last piece that I've done with it. Underneath. There we go, that's good. So the last 2 pieces. And then they put it on the wrong side. Don't want to do that. There we go. Okay, and then we have that other piece of card. Just flatten my edges down. And this was the, can't see my, I've buried my my measurements. Just let me bring this forward. This was 2.5 by 7 1/4. As I say, these measurements will be on the description in the video when it uploads. Okay, so you don't have to worry, you'll be able to look at those. Okay, and then the DSP measured 2 3/8 by 1 7/8. Put that on there. Okay, so now the fun part, we're going to start to build it up. Now, first of all, I have cut out of the playful alphabets, I've cut baby out, so we're going to stick the letters on. So just make sure that they're straight and equal distances. Now, we've got a where are we? We've got a, it will get easier as all my bits will get less in here. And oh, there's my A. So I used a whole sheet of the, there was very little wastage. I've got a tiny bit left of it because having cut all the panels out that I wanted, I've just enough to cut all the lettering out and a few other bits and bobs that you'll see as we go along. Now, I've made some very tiny pom-poms, which I'll show you in a minute. There, and then a Y. There we go. One of the Y's for now. So this is my baby. And then I've got boy. So just before I put this bee on, I will show you this little bit of the bee here. I actually cut that, rounded this corner and rounded that corner and made the tiniest pom-poms with it. So I used this to make it. I don't know whether I've still got the pieces about that I actually used. I used two and different colours because when you come to doing the snipping, it made it better to have two different colours, I'll tell you. So all I used was, I'll just make sure that I've not I think I've cut. That's the O, and then the Y. But I do need another, there's another O there. Yes, that is the right size, yeah. I was just checking because I've made something else that I'll talk about in a minute. I just needed to see whether or not I'd still got it and there wasn't two different ones. So say these are playful alphabets, but any alphabets you've got that will fit into a 1-inch square will work. Don't have to be as big as mine, they could be smaller. And then all for baby, I cut out the bib from all for baby, and the little yellow duck I got from on the farm. So I thought that'd be fun on there. And then I'm just going to set that at an angle. Okay, let's just make sure that we're not going over, so don't go over your folds there or there, because that baby boy will pop out like that. So that will be how it stands up. Okay, so now for decorating other pieces. So for the front, I decided to use the heart punch for Welcome Little One, and the little booties, there was a scalloped edge on here, but I've cut them off to be plain. And I cut out the heart in, the heart punches came as a set, so you had one that fit over the other. So, oh dear, excuse me. So I just put the Welcome Little One on top of that. So I'm just going to glue these together now. Put those together. And then just going to look at positioning before I actually glue it on. So I made two little booties, and I wanted to set them so that they're going on there like that, but I wanted a little bow, and these are my little pom-poms that I've made to go on there like that. So they're going to go on there like that. So then I used our 1 and 3/8 punch, and I'll just double check on that. Yeah, 1 3/8, so the outer side 1 3/8, and then cut out of the 1 3/8. It's better if you, I'll show you what I mean. If you punch, bring the punches in. If you punch your smallest punch first, so if you punch your 1 1/8 first, but make sure that you've got enough round the edge, and then you go in and you punch with your 1 3/8 and try and get that as central as you possibly can, and then cut that. So that's what I did, and I cut out, let's see if I have got room to punch this out. I cut another whole one of the 1 3/8, and I cut this also out in acetate, and then I glued this onto the top of the acetate, and then I used our I'll have to get the name of it because I'm going to tell you wrong. No, that's it. It's just the foam adhesive sheet. So I just got one of the foam adhesive sheets and I cut the narrowest bit off it all the way down, and then I just fed it on the back here. So I did it really narrow, fed it all the way round the back. Now it would be white, but what I did is I got my Stampin' Right marker, and I've just gone round all the white to stop it being in your face white, so that it's not so obvious. And then I don't know whether you can see the acetate there. You've got the shine of the acetate, and inside it I just put the hearts that I'd cut out from another card, because I'd made an engagement card, and I'd used the fitting florets die that cuts all the little hearts out, and I actually saved all their little hearts, and I thought this will make a great rattle. So that's why I've gone through that for you, because I've made a rattle. So we've got a piece that is just a 3/8. So the piece measures 3/8 by 2 inches. No, sorry, by 1 3/4. So 2/8 by 1 3/4. And I'm just going to glue this to the back. So let's just put some glue on here first. So I thought that would be quite fun. So I've got a little bit of glue on there, and I'm just going to see where I did my join, which I can just pick out, and I'm going to put it there, and then we'll glue this down. I'm going to have it in that position. So I'm just going to glue all that on the back. Okay, and put this down here, and then I've just used the O out of the Playful Alphabets to be a rattle there. So just going to put that like that. So that's your rattle. So I can see now that that's practically where I want that to go. So just going to move those out of the way. Just going to glue this straight down now. So I think I'll put it about there. Just make sure you get that straight, and then I'm going to wrap one on top of each other. So I'll put that on first, and I cut these booties out in the DSP and then use the card for the other bit. So just see where you want your positioning to go. So I'm going to do it there and then put these onto two. That's it. And put that one going down there like that. Now I'm going to use a glue dot. So I'm going to get a glue dot. I keep all our glue dots from our kits because they're great now for putting on little things like this. So I'm just going to see which is the best side. I want forward. I think that I want forward. So I'll put that on the back. That's it. And just press it down. And then I'll just pick off the back. Sometimes it can be a bit fiddly to have I peeled it all off now. No, I've not done it right. Managed to peel it off. And then I'm just going to stick those on there like that with my little pom-poms coming down like that. And we'll bling it up some more in a little while. Let's put those out of my way for the moment. And then, oh, sorry, no, I haven't finished. And I haven't finished with the glue dots as well. We've got this lovely ribbon that comes in a pack of silver and gold. It's called, it's just called Gold and Silver 1/8 of an inch trim combo pack. And I thought this would be great for Christmas, but I thought it'd be great on this card as well. So I'm just going to see which side that is the back. So again, I'm just going to stick that on there, give it a good press, see if I can get it off with my finger faster. I can. And then I'm just going to stick that on my rattle, and then to finish it off, I'm just going to trim my ends. Oh dear, these scissors are getting a bit blunt. Oh no, they're not. I will actually save these pieces because sometimes you can stick these like under things so I don't waste my ribbon. I tend to save little bits all over and do things with them. Okay, let me just pop that out of the way. So now I decided to have congratulations. So I'm going to stick my congratulations about in the middle. So that can go about in the middle. This is cut out with the Cheerful Daisy. So I'm going to eyeball it about in the centre. So they've got this lovely sentiment one, and then I've also done the little hands for the glove, and I'm going to stick that in the centre at the other side. So I'm going to match it with that one, so hopefully I'm getting that, hopefully just put it across there. Okay, and then I've cut out I knew the from all for baby, I've cut out this little like vest, and I've used the rabbit from on the farm. So I don't know whether I want it flat or I'm going to leave it flat because so again I've cut it out with the DSP. And I'm going to put that on an angle like that. And then I'm going to bring in some little pearls, and I'm going to just do the bottom buttons in the little pearls. It will. So let's see. Let me put one there, one in the middle, and one in the end if I can get it. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. And then I just thought I'd do this little lion. So my lion is from what's it called now? A Little Wild. That's it. It's the Little Wild set. As I've told people before, when I buy Stampin' Up products, I don't buy them to give them on or sell them on. I buy them with the longevity of what I feel that I'm going to use. Oh, I meant to put the coat hanger under that. So let's bring the coat hanger in and see if I can just peel it up to put the coat hanger on. I've got my little coat hangers. These are so sweet, aren't they? So let's just pop that underneath. Sorry for my arm in the way. Oops. There we go. So we've got the little coat hanger there. And then we've got, I thought I'd do a dummy. So we've got a dummy. This is just something from my stash that I've had quite a while ago. Put dummy there. And then I've cut out another little suit from the Author Baby. And get the coat hanger in this time before I forget. So I'm going to put the coat hanger on. There we go. And put it that way. And I want it to go, that's it, don't want it to go that way. So let's put it there. And then I cut out a little silver, where's it gone? Little silver like star thing to go on the front. Just make it a little bit star on the front there. Oops. Come on. There we go. Put it down. So let's have a look and see where I can stick some little hearts. Now I've had these little hearts a long time. They were from Snail It. I'm going to see if I can see them. Where are they? Oh, there they are. The little red hearts and little white hearts. So not to be too in your face, I'm going to go white hearts. I'm going to stick a few around. Just put some glue there. So let's stick one going up there. I'm just going to randomly stick some on. Pick them up. And there, and then I'll have one on the bottom here. Spin it around. Better put it that way. Okay, and I'll put some more on here. So I'll have one down there and on there and another one down there, and then I'll have some going on here. I'll just put one on the front there. So when it stands up, well, when it goes in there, now I'm just going to check whether it will fit in a standard envelope or the standard letters. Yes, it will. So it'll fit in a standard, I don't know whether my husband calls them DVL or something. I don't know what he calls them. But the envelope itself, if I give you the measurements, it measures 4 and it's in the 16ths really. It measures 4 and actually I think they're supposed to do them in centimetres because that's bang on 11. So it's 11 centimetres, which is 4 and 5/16, or it's 20, looks like 22, yeah, 22, or 8 and 8, 9, about 10/16 roughly. So it will fit in that standard envelope. Now this is fairly plain, but I could put something on the back to write to the recipient. So to do that, we will get a piece of white card and finish it off. I'll just run the white card. Is that white? No, that's lilac. Open one of these. Sure, I've got one open. Yeah, that's it. Open. So I'm going to cut a piece, same as the. Let's bring the trimmer back in. I'll cut it same as the DSP that goes inside, which was 2.5. So I'm going to cut that at 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 I'm going to do. So that's 2.5 by 7 1/4. So let me extend my trimmer. 7 1/4. There we go. Save all your little bits because you can use those. So that is going to fit on the back there like that. So it's going to fit on there, but we need to decorate that and do something with it. So I'll bring out the Author Baby and see if there's anything. So we've got congratulations on your growing family, and I didn't use that one. I've used congratulations, I've used that one, I haven't used that. There is also the other one, a great big welcome for a sweet little someone. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, so it's from this set. There we go. I'll use that and Coastal Cabana. So we'll have Coastal Cabana and on here. So let's move that because I'm going to use that again. So bring in my Coastal Cabana. I'm going to put that roughly in the middle. Okay, and I'm not going to stop there because I'm going to put a teddy bear So I'm going to bring my teddy bear. Let's grab that, put it on there, and I'm going to do the teddy bear. So I'm going to sit the teddy bear at the bottom. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? Or is it just that it's in the way? So there's the teddy bear. So move the teddy bear off, and we've got the little like baby grow thing, and I'm going to put that in there as well. Put that up to this side. There we go. And that's meant to be like that. That's shadowing. And is there anything else that I'd like to put on? There is a bib, so why not? So I'll take that off and put the bib on as well. I'll put the bib down, show it down there. Okay, so that's going to be for that. And now we'll put that on the back, and then I can write just there. Okay, so let's just bring that back in. Let's get the glue running again. Okay, pop it. Don't want to go over the bit where I've just made this stamped in case I've got any ink. So I'll try my best to show you what I'm doing without sticking it on there. So that's what I've done. So of course there we've got your shaker on the front that shakes the hearts, and a welcome to welcome little one. And then you open it up, congratulations baby boy, little hands, little feet, and all decorated. And then your back, and as I say, it fits in that size envelope. There is a bit of space at either end, but it fits. So that's closest without having to make a special envelope for it. But you can make a special envelope if not, if you've got envelope punch board. And as I say, it will stand up to display like that. So I hope you like that. Thank you very much. Thank you for your thumbs up. Do appreciate it. And I ask, if you're not subscribed, that you will subscribe and press the notification bell so you won't miss any future uploads. Do thank you for stopping by. Do appreciate it. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.